As a first step, let's sketch out a rectangle. And let's note that the length can be anywhere between 4 and 6 inches, and that the width can be anywhere between 3 and 6 inches. The problem, of course, is that the dimensions are given to us in inches, but the question wants to know what is the area of the rectangle in terms of square feet. So what we're going to need to do here is to convert our units. We want our inches to be expressed in terms of feet. Now, according to the question, 1 foot equals 12 inches. In other words, to convert our units, 4 inches out of 12 inches, that would be 1/3 of a foot, and 6 inches out of 12 inches, that would be half a foot. And in the case of our width, 3 inches out of 12 inches, that would be 1/4 of a foot, and again, 6 inches out of 12 inches, that would be half a foot. Put another way, this of course means that the length of a rectangle is anywhere between 1/3 of a foot and half a foot, and likewise that the width of a rectangle is anywhere between 1/4 of a foot and half a foot. As a next step, remember that the way we get the area of a rectangle is simply length times width. So if we want to see what the area of this rectangle could be, let's see what happens when its dimensions are as small as possible, and then let's see what happens when its dimensions are as large as possible. The minimum dimensions, of course, would be a length of 1/3 of a foot and a width of 1/4 of a foot. And if those are our dimensions, the area would be 1/3 times 1/4, or 1/12 of a square foot. And conversely, the maximum dimensions would be if our length is half a foot and our width is also half a foot. And again, a half times a half is 1/4, so the maximum area here would be 1/4 of a square foot. In other words, this means the area of our rectangle has to be between 1/12 of a square foot and 1/4 of a square foot. So to solve this problem, let's see which of our answer choices fall within that range. 1/8 and 1/6, both those values are bigger than 1/12 but less than 1/4. Therefore, they're within our range, and that's why they are correct answers. But 1/2 and 4/3, they're too big. They're outside of our range of possible answers, and that's the reason here that only 1/8 and 1/6 are correct answers.